Here we go then. Welcome to this episode of Making It Work. It's been a while since I've been in the kitchen doing something on here for you, but thought we'd try some sourdough pretzels. I did these, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and everybody really liked them, so I'm gonna share the recipe with you. So Tim fed the starter this morning, and because I forgot. So it is fed and active, and we're gonna do a half a cup of starter. Make sure there's no anything in there. There we go. Half a cup of starter, active fed starter. And a cup and a tablespoon of water. I don't know why, but that tablespoon must be important. And 2 tablespoons of honey. Two teaspoons of salt. It's supposed to be fine sea salt, but I have fine Himalayan salt, so that's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to stir all these things up together. Make sure I got everything. Yes. I think dissolving the salt and the honey in the water. Oh, make sure you use distilled water or water from a good filter system, because you do not want any chlorine in it. It will kill the starter. It will kill the sourdough. Okay, but I think it's important to kind of dissolve all that stuff in there before you add the flour. You can go back in the fridge. And this is 4 cups of all-purpose flour. You could use, oh, and it's unbleached. You could use all-purpose flour or bread flour. Now my poor old mixer does not like, there we go, goodness. This bowl doesn't like to stay in here anymore. Probably need a new one, but you know, just kind of let it mix, stir together, and then knead for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. If your dough is too dry, add a little water. So I'm going to have to add a little water. This way too dry. Of course, if it's too wet, you can add a little flour. So I'm going to add the water in. Okay, here we go. Doesn't hang on anymore. Actually need a little more water. Apparently that tablespoon of water was very important and need a little more. that's what the dough is looking like. I can't knead it by hand because I have a TFCC tear in my wrist. So this will have to be good enough. So there's a piece that shot out. So we're gonna cover this with plastic and let it ferment or rise overnight. So here we go with some plastic. It can sit just like this on the countertop, room temperature, overnight. And I will see you in the morning. Okay, it is the next morning for me anyway, not necessarily for you. And this is what the dough has done overnight. Very good. We're gonna turn it out on a clean surface. Come out wherever you are. Might need some flour. There it comes. Right. You just knead it just a little bit. But what we really can do is cut it into 16 pieces. So we're gonna go half. Just make sure it feels like half. That's my scientific term, feels like half. Half again. So then you have quarters. Just do the best you can at halving each piece until you've got 16 pieces. So now we've got quarters. Some of these are going to be a little bit bigger than others. You can kind of take some from one. That guy is really small. This one was pretty good sized. Just kind of try to make them as even as possible. I should have my grandkids here playing Play-Doh with me with the dough. Tell you what, grandson number one, I guess. The first two came as a set, but he was the firstborn. He loved these things. Okay, so now we've got our 16 pieces. And we're just gonna start rolling them into pretzels. Kind of roll and stretch. It's a, I don't know, it's not a real easy to roll, easy to stretch dough. And I don't know if it's because it's sourdough or if that's just how pretzels are. But just stretch each one out to a pretty good length. Roll and stretch. And then shape it into a pretzel. And the easiest way to do that is take the two ends, twist twice, kind of press that down onto it, and there's your pretzel shape. Got plenty of room here. here, and I am going to put a clean towel over them and let them rest for about 30 to 60 minutes, just until they're kind of puffy and look like they're ready to, we're gonna boil them next, believe it or not. All right, let them have a little rest there. See you in about 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, it has been, I don't know, it's about almost an hour, and I've got my water bath going here. I've got my oven preheating. We're gonna heat the oven to 400 and add up to the 6 cups of water that I've got started boiling. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Woo! Poof. Stir that up a little bit. It's boiling pretty good, so we are ready to go. What we're gonna do is boil each one for about 30 seconds on each side, and I just set my timer. It's right up here. That's the easiest thing for me to do. Let's get these out of the way. That's my tablespoon of salt for after they're boiled. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in this side down to begin with. That way when they flip over, I can just pick them up and set them back on here. So there goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Set the timer. Kind of like bagels. You have to boil bagels too. Bagels, however you want to say it. You gotta boil them. Okay, and we're going to turn them over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and set the timer. And I'm just using a slotted spoon to do this part. I'm just going to work my way through the whole batch, and by then the oven should be ready. Let them drain off a little bit. Stick them back on that parchment paper. Let's do the next batch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set the timer. Okay, now I'm gonna egg wash. This is just 1 egg that's been beaten. Some good eggs from my daughter's chickens. And then we have some coarse sea salt I'm gonna sprinkle on. Let's see here. All right, these in. For about 13 to 15 minutes. I'll check them at 13. Set it this time. Okay, I set my timer. I checked them at 13 and it's closer to 15 now. So let's check again. Oh, they're really, really close. So what do you want to talk about? Just kidding. It'll just be a minute or two. Still got a drumstick. Still got some leftover jelly beans and a bunch of junk. What's your kitchen counters look like? Some people keep them real clean. I don't. And I'm just rambling. Tim can edit it if he wants to. He's not here. Okay, the little things that are sticking up off of some of them, they're getting really brown, so I'm going to take them out really, really soon. Tim definitely does not like stuff to be doughy. I don't mind, doesn't bother me. So we're probably like at 16 minutes now. Of course, every oven is different. Oh man, so close, so close. They smell so good. Okay, we're probably pushing 17 minutes now. And they're coming out. Oh my goodness. Look at that perfection. So you can see like some of these parts that are sticking up got a little more done, but we'll let them cool a little bit and we will try one. Okay, we are ready for the taste test. Tim is not home, but I'm sure that he'll be taste testing once he does get home. So I'm going to pick this little guy right here. Hot pretzels. Oh, look at that. Yum. They have my seal of approval. Good stuff. We'll see if Tim does a taste test later on. Either way, thanks for watching this episode of Making It Work. And if you make some pretzels, let me know. Sourdough pretzels, that is.
Hey babe, I'm home. What do we got here? Oh. She'll never know the difference. Oh, I like it when she cooks in the kitchen. That's some good stuff right there.